Today, we're following up on the Minneapolis ICE shooting that has continued to spark outrage, debate, and unanswered questions across the United States. If you've been following this channel, you already know we covered the breaking details when this story first happened. That earlier video explains the background of the federal operation and what led up to the confrontation. If you haven't watched it yet, make sure you do after this video, because it gives important context that makes today's update even more disturbing. Since our last report, more information has come out, including new video evidence, eyewitness accounts, and strong reactions from city and state leaders. What initially appeared to be a routine federal enforcement operation has now become a national conversation about use of force, accountability, and the role of immigration authorities in American cities. The incident happened on January 7, 2026, in South Minneapolis during a large immigration and customs enforcement operation. During that operation, an ICE agent shot and killed a woman identified as Renee Nicole Good. She was 37 years old, a U.S. citizen and a mother of three, according to her family and friends. She was also a writer and poet who had recently moved to the area. Federal authorities quickly stated that the ICE agent acted in self-defense. According to their account, they claimed that Good used her vehicle as a weapon and attempted to drive toward officers, forcing the agent to fire his weapon to protect himself and others on the scene. That statement was released shortly after the shooting and initially framed the narrative. However, as video footage began circulating online and witnesses started speaking out, serious questions emerged. Videos recorded by bystanders appear to show Good inside her vehicle as agents surrounded it. Multiple people who were present say the car did not appear to be accelerating toward officers in a threatening manner. Some witnesses say the vehicle looked like it was trying to move away from the scene rather than toward anyone. This difference between the official federal statement and what many viewers see in the footage has become the center of the controversy. Civil rights advocates and local officials have asked whether deadly force was truly necessary and whether the situation could have been handled without a loss of life. As more people learn about who Renee Nicole Good was, public anger intensified. Her family has described her as a loving mother who posed no threat. They say she was not engaged in violence and had no reason to be treated as dangerous. Vigils were held across Minneapolis, with community members gathering to mourn her death and demand accountability. The location of the shooting has also added to the emotional weight of this case. It occurred not far from where George Floyd was killed in 2020, reopening painful memories for many residents and reinforcing concerns about law enforcement behavior in the city. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey strongly criticized the federal operation, publicly telling ICE to leave the city and condemning what he described as reckless and unnecessary force. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz echoed those concerns, saying that what he saw in the videos did not align with the federal explanation and that a full and transparent investigation was necessary. At the same time, national political figures and federal officials have continued to defend the agent's actions, insisting that officers must be able to protect themselves during enforcement operations. This divide has fueled intense debate both locally and nationally. The investigation into the shooting has now been taken over by the FBI. While federal officials say this ensures neutrality, some local leaders and activists worry it limits transparency and prevents state authorities from fully participating. Calls for an independent investigation have grown louder, with many demanding that all body camera footage and surveillance video be released to the public. Schools in the area were temporarily closed following the incident due to safety concerns, and protests have continued in various parts of the city. Demonstrators say this case is about more than one shooting. It's about accountability, federal power, and the treatment of civilians during law enforcement operations. What makes this story especially important is how quickly it evolved from a breaking news incident into a broader national issue. It raises questions about how immigration enforcement is carried out, how quickly deadly force is used, and whether federal agents are held to the same standards as local police. This is why the earlier video on this channel matters. In that first report, we explained the scale of the ICE operation, the tension already present in the city, and why community leaders were concerned even before the shooting happened. Watching that video helps connect the dots and understand why emotions are running so high right now. As of now, no charges have been announced, and the investigation is ongoing. More footage may still be released, and additional witness statements could further challenge or support the federal account. One thing is clear, this story is far from over. We will continue following every development closely and bring you updates as soon as they are confirmed. If you want to stay informed without the noise and confusion, make sure you're subscribed to this channel. And again, if you missed our first video on this case, go back and watch it after this one. It provides a full background that helps explain why this incident has sparked such intense reactions. If you found this update helpful, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it so others can stay informed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.